Human activity has, either intentionally or by accident, facilitated organisms to breach biogeographical barriers which had isolated them for millions of years. In the absence of natural enemies or diseases in their new environment, these exotic or alien species often proliferate and rapidly expand. These biological invasions can have disastrous effects on the environment, public health, and the economy should the alien species establish and flourish. Direct economic damages in the U.S. alone related to exotic species are estimated at about $137 billion per year. The red-eared slider is an aquatic turtle native of the Mississippi River Valley in southern North America. Over the second half of the 20th century, this animal became hugely popular in the pet trade and soon became introduced into the wild outside of its native range, basically by pet owners. As a result, red-eared sliders invaded non-indigenous waters and have become successfully established at the expense of native turtles throughout the US, Asia, Europe, Australia, and Africa. It is now considered one of the world's worst invasive alien species. Where I'm at in Massachusetts, red-eared sliders have been reported from a few counties where they presumably compete with native turtles, like the eastern painted turtle and even the federally protected northern red-bellied cooter. To better understand this invasion, I started a study to document turtle population size, sex ratio, age classes, and general health within a public lake, and compare population demographics relative to native turtles in the same pond. So for the past few years, from late July through September, I will carry out this basic catch and release turtle census. 3 times a week, turtles were captured using a series of nylon hoop traps, which were baited with canned sardines, and some floating basking traps. Traps are accessed using kayaks to retrieve the turtles. So here I am at my makeshift lab, back of my car. I have tables, but I get lazy, don't pull them out. And here's a eastern painted turtle. You just weigh it, take basic morphometric measurements, weigh them, measure their shell length, underside, over top, figure out their sex, and then put them back in. Each turtle's marked for identification. This particular lassie is IK, so she's notched on the I scoot and then the K scoot. That way if I catch her again, I'll know who she is. So turtles go unharmed. Spend a couple of minutes outside of the water in my back of my car, then they go back. There's always something you should know.